Welcome, hello to my Facebook and YouTube friends. How are you guys doing today? It's so good to be with you. It is absolutely a glorious spring day here in the North Georgia mountains. I hope it's beautiful where you are too. As a matter of fact, after this live stream, I am ready. I've got my little walking poles and I can't wait to go out and take a walk in it. And I thought I would start with that because today I'm going to answer the one burning question. And this question I get all the time, and I have for years. It's the one question I get after the question that is, Renee, what's the one 2-second move I can use one time to blast off my belly fat and slim my saddlebags? That one doesn't exist quite yet. But anyway, we'll move on from there. The question is, how do I get myself motivated to get up and do a workout? And then the second question is, and how do I stay consistent? Now, if I really had the absolute answer to how do I get motivated and stay consistent, man, I'd be a gazillionaire. So, that being said, though, I do have a few thoughts based on my experience about that I really hope will help you just understand a little bit more about motivation and consistency. And hi, whoever said that. It calls you Facebook user, so I don't know who you are, but thanks for saying hi to me. I appreciate it. Thanks for being on today. All right. How do I get motivated? So when somebody says that to me, I step back and I think about motivated to do what? Now, I know that sounds like a crazy question, but here's where my head goes with that question. Do you feel like, number one, motivation is required for you to do something? Now, okay, what did I just say? Do you really need to be motivated to get up and do a movement? Well, do you? I mean, in all honesty, I've been doing this for so long. I mean, 20, I don't know, 30 years probably. I've been just moving. But I can tell you, I can promise you that every day I am not saying to myself, boy, I just can't wait to get up and do a big workout. Absolutely not. But I do it anyway. And part of that is because I have created a lifestyle habit. It's just a habit now. I know at a certain time I have to get up and do my workout. Now, I'm going to be telling you the truth too here. It's one of the reasons that I teach all the time and have taught almost every day for so long. Why? Because I know I don't have that kind of motivation. But I know, oh my goodness, it's 12 o'clock noon or whatever time the class is, and I got to be there. But here's also what I know. Even though it might be the last thing that I really am motivated to do, once I start and I get moving, man, I feel great. My energy shifts, my mood shifts, and I'm off and running. And when I'm done, I am so much happier. I feel so much better. So for me, the motivation doesn't come first and then I move. I move and the motivation comes from the moving. So if you're waiting for some big motivation thunderbolt to come hit you, you're never going to move. Shouldn't say never, that's a bad word, right? But you might not get up and move. It's not really about waiting for motivation to hit you. Let me say another way about motivation. I'm still not motivated to get up and do an actual movement. What does motivate me though is I want to feel really good in my body. And I want to, when I get older and older and older, I still want to be able to do this. I want to be able to get down and get back up and play with any grandchildren that I might end up having and and just moving really well. I want to age gracefully so that I have lots of flexibility and mobility in my body. I want to have a young, juicy brain. I just want to feel really good. I want to keep my inflammation down. Do you see? So my motivation isn't, okay, I want to be motivated to get up and do a workout. My motivation is I know if I do that, I get what I'm really motivated to have. My intention is to feel really good and be able to go out and do hikes and, all the things that I love. That's my motivation. So if that's my motivation, how am I going to reverse engineer that? What am I going to need to do today to be able to have that? So thinking about that might really help you. I know I always use the brushing of the teeth routine. Why? Because I just don't enjoy brushing my teeth. It's a big old waste of time, in my opinion. But do I do it? Yes. Do I have to get motivated? Let me see. I'm going to wait until the motivation thunderbolt hits me before I go brushing my teeth. No. Why do I brush my teeth? Because I want to have healthy teeth, healthy gums. I want all my teeth when I get older. That's my intention. That's part of my how I'm going to age gracefully. So what do? I brush my teeth every day, right? I don't wait to be motivated. And also, I have certain times that I'm going to brush my teeth. So that's another thing. That's already programmed into my day. So I hope that that gives you just a little bit of something about motivation. Now, here's the next part of it. If you are somebody who truly has not been moving for a while, right? And now you're going, oh, Renee, like I am just stiff. I'm tired. I'm mentally exhausted. I'm stressed out. I got some brain fog. Does that sound like any of you out there? Can you relate? Now that's a whole other issue. Now I'm sitting there, I'm going, oh, how can I get motivated just to get up and do a workout? Well, when I'm feeling like that, if I start to think to myself, I need to get up and do a full T-tap workout, oh, I would never get up either. But if instead I just think to myself, you know what? I'm just going to get up and I'm just going to stretch a little bit. I'm going to move my spine in some different movements. I'm just going to get up and all I'm going to do is I'm going to give myself like a 2-minute stretch. That's all I'm going to do. I'm not going to try to do a big workout. I'm just going to get up and move my body. That's it. And then you just get up and stretch. Now, when we are tired, exhausted, and anxious and stressed out, we don't feel like moving, right? And we feel like not moving is probably a great thing to do because we feel like if we move, it might just be too much, like we're already exhausted. But here's what I'm going to tell you. When you start to just get up and do a little bit of movement, that movement helps you get energy. It's energy creating. It's not energy depleting. So moving creates energy. It doesn't deplete you. Now, when I'm saying that, I am not talking about getting up and doing, a big hard stressed workout. And no. There's a Goldilocks amount, right, of movement that helps you get energy before it over stresses the body. That's the part. So when you haven't been moving for a while, the best thing to do is just say to yourself, I'm just going to get up and do like 2 minutes of movement. And here's a recommendation that I have. If all you're going to do is say, Renee, that's it. Okay, I have enough mental energy to get up and I'll just do, if you say I can just do 2 minutes, that's all I need to do, then that's all we're going to do. What would I recommend doing for just those 2 minutes? You know what? The yogis have a beautiful saying, and I love quoting me some yogis, right? I'm probably paraphrasing this, but the paraphrasing of the yogi is, you are only as young as your spine is mobile. Meaning, if you're going to do anything, we need to start moving the spine and moving it in all the different directions and planes that it goes. This is our central nervous system. Now, wasn't Teresa Tapp, once again, so brilliant because in the workout, she made sure that we were working that spine in all those different ways. And having been doing right now this deep dive into fascia, I can tell you that you're also working and moving, getting hydration in between every one of those vertebrae in your back. And that's opening up the fascia and starting to move it. It's opening up the fascia and it's pumping the lymphatic system, which we'll talk about in a minute. But first, in case you have to go, let me show you just the 3 simple moves, stretches That's all you need, 2 minutes in the day. And you just see how you feel. So you get up, especially if you haven't moved, just get up and stand here for a minute. Take a nice deep breath into that belly. Let it just expand and then just exhale. Exhale through the mouth. Let that air go out slowly. Draw the belly back. Do it 2 more times just to relax your nervous system. Inhaling through the nose, expand that belly balloon. And exhale. Draw the belly all the way in. Let's just do it one more time. You ready? Inhale. Yes, this is all part of the movement. Moving the air in, expanding the lungs. Exhale slowly. Drawing the belly in. So you just start and then just sense, how are you feeling in the body? All right, now, first thing we're going to do is curl and arch, right? So I'm just going to, don't worry about doing it right. This whole thing is not doing it right. It's just about getting some joyful movement in your body, all right? So I'm just going to come down here, my hands here. I'm going to go to the side. I'm just going to curl. Now, also use your chin. Tuck your chin and think about the pubic bone coming up to meet it. So you just press down a little bit. Again, not doing it right or wrong, just feeling the body. And then you arch. Notice chin and tail. Cranial, sacral. You're up. You're going to push down and you're curling. And you're scooping, as Teresa used to call it. I like an arch. Curl and arch and curl and arch. It just feels so good. Just stretch everything out. Get the fascia moving. You're opening up the back body, contracting here, then you're going the other way. You're opening up, stretching the fascia here, opening up the other way. So you want to do that. You want to come up. I still like to do this. Do a bit of a dive. Maybe even grab onto a wrist and stretch it out. And then just climb yourself up. There you go. So now we're just getting some of that beautiful movement. Now, how about just bringing your feet up here, lift a heel, stretch. Stretch. Now notice, what am I doing with my hands? I'm stretching the fingers. Maybe I'll do a mitten hand. Stretch between the pointer and the thumb. There's fascia reasons to do that. So just stretch. What are we doing now? We're getting lateral movement up the spine. So I love that one. Do that a few times. Then you can kind of come up, bend the knees, tail under, and then just come up and, oh, I went the wrong way. Come up and over. Just do a little side stretch. Now, I can get deep because I've been doing these a long time. I have a flexible spine at this point. But even if it's just to here, just stretch your sides and come up. Switch, lift up, and stretch your sides. Yes, and come back. Just drop it. Just drop it. Feel how good that feels. Now, what do we have to do next? A little rotation. So I'm just going to grab on. I'm just going to come and rotate. I'm going to look, though, at the back elbow, keeping it up just so you have everything working. And as you turn the head, you're going to get that total release squeegee of the spine. Now we're sponging. Think about the fascia like a sponge. You're sponging here. You're getting rid of all the junk in between the spine, and then you're releasing and opening it and allowing space and oxygen and nutrients to come into that spine. Let's go the other way. I like to do it with the breath. If you want to join me with the breath, if it's too much, let it go. You inhale first and then exhale. Do some little pulses back and just feel it. Turn the head. Look at the back. Feel that squeegee and come back and shake it out. That's it. That's it. Do you need to be really motivated to get up and do that once a day? Once a day. Guess what? You just did your movement for the day. You're a winner. You did it, right? That's all it takes. And notice how you feel. I love that. Now, let's go to something else you can do. That can be enough. Perfect. But I also want to talk a little bit about the lower legs and moving it up because, the fascia and the lymph system really require movement in order to help our bodies feel its best. Detox, get rid of all the toxins. Now, we talk about toxins and, we're going to do a big cleanse. People go do a big cleanse. But you know what? You can just do lymphatic pumping and moving like this daily to get yourself detoxing. That's what it takes. But Teresa taught me something way back when, and that is lymph system requires one of two things. She didn't say deep abdominal breathing, but I'm going to say deep abdominal breathing works and moves the lymph system. But the other thing it does is movement. Okay. So that's why between every major muscle move that she did, she had a very lymphatic movement designed to circulate the lymph to those little nodes or lymph nodes, which helps to start to neutralize the toxins, that it goes out back into the bloodstream, and with movement goes to our organs of elimination. So we need to be doing that in order to feel better. Now just think about this for a minute. When we're sitting all the time and we're stressed, right? Maybe we're a little anxious. Typically, when we're in that place, let's face it, what are we doing to help ourselves feel better? We're emotionally eating, and most of us don't emotionally eat a bunch of veggies, right? We're eating things that we know are going to temporarily make ourselves feel a little better, which is the sugar, the flour, the terrible oils, the combination, right? Well, I have since learned that when we do that, you know what happens? The fascia gets thick and gummy, and then it adheres, and it's another reason why we just got like this. And then when we start to get up and start to move, it can be a little bit more painful and create some inflammation. So you want to be able to move all the time, get that pumping, get it moving through the fascia, moving, and the lymph system. Teresa had taught that the calf is the heartbeat of the lymph system, okay, up and down. And didn't we always hear that it's a really good idea for lymph, if you have any lymphedema or lymph issues, that we should be on a trampoline? And so we were up there tramping around, right? Excellent. We all know that the trampoline works beautifully. But guess what? You are your own trampoline. Why? You can see my heels, just start lifting the heels, and you want to be really relaxed when you do this. This is actually an ancient Taoist practice to move the energy through your body, to pump the lymphatic system, and to create great movement through the fascia. They knew this way back when. So just lifting the heels, keep the knees bent, and just start to move. Notice what I'm doing. I'm pumping down from the legs, up and down. I'm just letting my hands go, my shoulders go, let the head go. Don't keep it steady. You can just do this. And by the way, if you really drop those heels heavy, and you might want to do it just in the beginning, because after a while, you might get a little tired down there. This is actually helping to build bone. Isn't that wild? Yes. For various reasons I won't get into now, but it builds bone. So if you have osteopenia or osteoporosis, a little bouncing with the heels up and down can make a big difference. And then when that gets ready, just bounce. Shake it out. Shake it and bouncing. Shake and bounce. Shake all kinds of fun ways. You can put on some music and just shake. You wouldn't believe it. Do a nice inhale and exhale through your mouth. Do an audible sigh, like a get rid of all that stress and tension. So do you need to be motivated to get up and do this? As long as nobody's watching you, right? And then just stop and pause, you guys. Stop and pause. Deep breath in and just notice what you're feeling. I bet you're going to start to feel some buzzing. Everybody kind of has their own word for it. Maybe a little heat. I just got a little sweat going. Little heat, little buzz. Guess what? You just worked your fascia. You won't believe how much better energy you're going to feel. You're going to start to clear some of the brain fog. You're going to feel it in your hands, in your feet. It's truly amazing. That's it. That might be your 2 minutes for the day. Do you need to be motivated to get up and shake? All right, if nobody's looking, and even if they are, like for me, I could care less, right? I'm in the park, I'm shaking, who cares? But, if you're somebody that, cares and does it, then do it. Shut the door and shake. 2 minutes. You're done. You won. You just moved your body in a way that was really, really helpful. Over time, this creates big change. You know, we have this thought, I think, in our heads that if we can't do a big workout, whether it's a 30-minute or a 50-minute workout, it's just not worth it. It's not worth it, right? I'm not going to get a result. So I just won't do it at all. Now, think about how crazy that is, right? We either are all or nothing. Why can't we just be kind to ourselves? Why can't we start just saying, you know what? I haven't moved for a while. I really want to get up and move. I'm just going to do 2 minutes. And you know what might happen? After about 3 or 4 days of 2 minutes, you might go, you know what? I shook for 2 minutes, but you know, I'm kind of feeling like I'd like to do a little curl and scoop. And then you can build from there. But there might be a day on day 15 or 16 that you're like, oh, I don't even have time to go up and do where you might be now at 10 minutes or 15 minutes. I don't have the energy or the time or the mental focus. But you know what? I can do 2 minutes. But I'll tell you what, I'm just going to do 2 minutes. And you do 2 minutes and you're a winner. You didn't lose. You didn't fail. And then the next day fail and the next day. You did something. And it's about doing something consistently, even if it's just 2 minutes. So I hope that that helps and gives you just a little bit more, even if it's just food for thought, thinking about how you think about this, right? Are you somebody that says, I can't do it. I never stay motivated. I can't be consistent. I've never been consistent before, and I just know I can't be. Well, if that's your story, that's your story. You believe it, and anything you believe like that in your story is how you're going to complete, which means you won't. But maybe you can listen to the thoughts in your head and you can say, question them. Is that really true? Is it really true that you can't be consistent? No, you're the only one. Even if you are chair bound, okay, can you do this in a chair for a few times? If not, can you do a little twist? Can you lift a knee here and there? Yes, you can still move, unless, of course, you're really, really disabled. And I don't really think that's who I'm talking to right now. No, it's not really true for the majority of us. So perhaps you can go, you know what, that's not true. So let me rewrite the story. And the rewritten story can be, I can be consistent. I can at least do 2 minutes of extra movement in my day, every day. I can find 2 minutes. I'm finding 2 minutes. That's your new story. So I hope that that helps you. Now, the rest of that I want to say to you is, in order to help you guys do this and do it in a way that really feels good, that we can all do it together, because listen, it's more fun to get moving with your friends and have a supportive community. And that is, I have started, and it's going to begin next Monday. Yay. And it is a 30-day Get Moving Challenge. Yes, 30-day Get Moving Challenge. Now, this is not like any of my other challenges that I've done before. Now, I do want to say you can certainly use T-Tap in this challenge if that's something you want to do. Absolutely. But if not, if that's more than you can do right now, it's fine. It's actually designed for you to just get up and start with just 2 minutes. And from there, you can go on. Now, this challenge is actually on an app. Yes, it's its own app. It's on the phone, whether it's an Android or an Apple phone, and you can also do it right on your desktop. I like the desktop because the phone is small, even though I have that big phone. So I like to do everything on my desktop, but you can do it whichever way you want. And it is a user generated. Now, I'm really excited to introduce this app to you guys, because it's just fun. This is a fun workout or a challenge where when you get in, you want to make sure if you register that you do allow for notifications. So first thing in the morning, you're going to get a little notification to go and open your app. And on the app, you're going to see that we have a daily intention. I call it a movement mantra. And it's just a little movement mantra with your intention to do a little bit of movement each day. And you're going to read that. And guess what? Once you do, you're going to click done and you're going to get 10 points because this is going to be run very much like a game, which is so much fun. And then after that, you're going to scroll down and we're going to have the daily reflection. Every day, we're going to have a different daily reflection that you're going to look, you're going to just kind of feel how you feel with it. You're going to click done. You're going to get 5 points. And then as you scroll down during the day, when you complete your 2 minutes, you're going to be able to say, today I did, say what you did, maybe give a little bit of explanation, whatever you want in there. And when you ding, you get your 15 points. So you see we can go on down. And then what was your aha for your moment? And we can interact with each other. We can high five each other as we each see what's going on in there. We can have a big wall of wins where we talk about it. At the very end, there are prizes. There's lots of coaching. So I have little videos in between, just little coaching things that you might want to go on and watch each day, or at least a few times a week. I'll be posting some videos in there. So it will just be really, really fun, interactive, but it's all online for you. It's not about doing a big, long workout. I just want to keep stressing that. It's your little 2 minutes. And I'm going to give you lots of little 2 minutes, some extra stretches. If you want to go walking, some information on walking, some dancing, some quickie workouts. But if you want to put T-Tap in, you do that too. So I'm really excited about it. I'm going to put my little banner on down here. And of course, I will post at the end of this. But here is where you will find that. So you'll go to my website, joysofmovement.com, Get Moving Challenge. Read a little bit about it, and I hope that you'll join us. I'm so excited about it. You can tell. And listen, this is the first time for me having been in this new platform. I've been playing with it. I really think you're going to love it. We're going to have a lot of fun with it. So I hope that you'll join me. And great. I don't see any questions. If anybody has any questions, let me go back to that. I'm just going to keep that on there and go back to comments. No comments, no questions. So be sure to include those in any threads. So thanks so much for listening and watching. And I hope you have a beautiful day. Get up and do your 2 minutes of movement. Your body and your brain will thank you. Bye, you guys. Have a beautiful evening.